On this episode of the Whiskey Tornado, we review Old Ezra 7-Year Rye. Lux Row Distillers announced Old Ezra 7-Year Rye to be a limited allocation of 3,000 six-pack cases, which will retail for $79.99 per bottle. Old Ezra 7-Year Rye features a blend of a 51% rye and a 95% rye mash bill. It is aged a full 7 years, is charcoal mellowed, and is bottled at full proof at 114. All right, guys, with all that being said, let's get a pour of Old Ezra 7-Year Rye and get into the nosing and tasting of this. So, as you may or may not know, Old Ezra, owned by Lux Row, who was also purchased by MGP, which is now Ross and Squibb. So this is coming out, it says aged and distilled and aged in Indiana. So it looks like this is MGP's two mash bills of 51% rye and that 95.5 rye that we've all grown to love. So I'm very interested to taste this for you guys and get into it. We're going to nose it first. Here we go. Oh, man. The nose is really nice right off the first smell here. Wow. I'm getting lots of like dreamsicle, like lots of orange and vanilla, caramel. Very, very rich. I'll tell you guys, this is the, I don't know, second or third pour I've had out of this bottle. The first time I opened it, I wasn't crazy about it. So I decided to let it sit for a little bit before I reviewed it for you guys. And I'm glad I did because it's really opening up and really the richness is showing now on the nose. Man, it is super rich, but lots of dreamsicle, orange, vanilla, caramel, maybe even a little bit of like a tobacco note on it. It's not as citrusy as the 95.5 rye mash bill out of MGP, but you can tell that's there. That's in the DNA for sure. But I really like the nose. I'm going to give it better than average. Not to the exceptional category of 0.8 or 0.9, but better than average, so we're going to give it a 0.7. All right, on to the taste. Cheers, everybody. Oh, my goodness. Wow. That's really good, man. The reason I'm laughing is because I got dreamsicle on the nose and on the palate, it's so candied orange forward that it reminds me of, I did a High West pick, High West rye that was aged in Manhattan barrels. I had a secondary maturation process in Manhattan barrels. And we named it Orange Springs because it was kind of floral and orange. This is so reminiscent of that. It almost tastes like a Manhattan. It's so orange forward. And the finish is really long. I was about to go in for a second sip, but man, I'm getting another, I'm just getting a wave, a Kentucky hug. It's really nice. The mouth texture is really nice. This is way better than the first time I had it, guys. And that's why when I do these reviews, I try to not do fresh cracks for you. I want to sit down with them a couple times before I review it. Because who knows if your palate's just off that day, if you had something weird or, you know, there's a million reasons why it could taste a little different. And the first time I had this, I wasn't crazy about it. So here we go. Second sip. Man, it tastes like a Manhattan. It is so candied orange forward. And then there is a beautiful tobacco note on the back of it. And it's got that, it feels like that rye spice wants to kick in, but I'm not sure if because it's charcoal mellowed that it just doesn't go too far. There's that nice rye spice, but it doesn't go too far. I think if you think you might not be a rye person, I would grab this bottle if you can find it. I think you're going to like it. Yeah, but I would say definitely those orange candy notes. Tastes like a Manhattan. The finish has got that tobacco on it. The palate is really good. I'm fluctuating between a 0.7 and a 0.8, but I really like what's there. I don't know if I'd put it into the exceptional rye category, but man, it's awfully close. We'll give it a 0.75. It's really good stuff, guys. All right, on to the finish. It's just beautiful. Really well-rounded, nice. It's soft, yet it's got spice, got that tobacco, candied orange, caramel. It's rich. Man, this is really, really growing on me, guys. It's not super complex, but that's okay. I've said this a million times. I don't know that bourbon or rye has to be super complex to be fantastic. I will be reaching for this bottle a lot. That's all I know. On the finish, it's spicy, but not too spicy. When you get some of those tobacco notes on the end, I really like it. I'm going to give it a 0.6 on the finish. Now, before we get into our breakdown, I will tell you guys the body of this is where this shines. I love it. It's not too much. It's just enough. It's perfect for my palate. It's exceptional. I'm going to give the body a 0.8. All right, for all you whiskey nerds still with us, let's get into the Whiskey Tornado breakdown of Old Ezra 7-Year Rye. Our first two categories are handicapped. Those are appearance and availability. The appearance of this bottle is just slightly better than average to me, and it gets a score of a 0.6. The availability, as we said, there were only 3,000 cases. However, I did happen to find this on the shelf at my local harvest market, so it gets a availability score of a 0.3. The nose is very nice with those dreamsicle, orange, vanilla, caramel notes, very rich. Not quite to the exceptional category, but still very good. It gets a score of a 0.7. The palate just fluctuates for me between an exceptional and very, very good with those candied orange notes and tobacco notes. It just lacks a little bit of complexity, but we gave the palate a 0.75. The finish is spicy, but not too spicy, has wonderful notes of tobacco on the tail end, and it gets a score of a 0.6. Again, the body is where this thing shines. It is perfect for me. It gets a score of a 0.8. At an MSRP of $80, the value gets a score of 0.6. It is slightly better than average and certainly a great pickup for a 7-year rye. All right, guys, that brings the total score for Ezra 7-Year Rye to a 3.85, making it bar-worthy, almost bunker-worthy. And quite honestly, if I saw some more of these, I would pick a few of these up for the bunker. I might even bump it into that bunker-worthy category. There's a couple categories there that I could go up or down a point. But really a fantastic rye, really well done. If you guys see Old Ezra 7-Year Rye, it is definitely a recommended buy from me. All right, guys, that does it for me. If you want to support the channel and join our Patreon crew, you can do so for as little as $2 a month. Links are in the description below. Also, we have a barrel pick club where 100% of our proceeds are donated to charity. That is called Barrels for Hope. We have a YouTube channel, and we also have a Patreon. Our memberships are sold out, but you can join for as little as $5 a month on that and be the first to be notified if we have any extra bottles from the barrel picks we've done this year. Until next time, cheers, everybody. That is fantastic. I'm in love with that one.
Shine.